Great. So I hope you are doing well. So we'll be starting the class. Let everybody join. I think so many still are waiting. So let them join and we'll be starting. Till then, I think you can just, give us very small introduction about yourself, right? About your, maybe what do you like actually? Which subject do you like and why so? Okay, just let me know that about. Abhinav, which is your favorite subject and why so?
Ma'am, physics is my favorite subject because it involves, like practical stuff like how light works, example, and sound,
Okay,
how sound travels. We never know how like sound actually travels.
correct, correct. Okay, okay, great. What about Gnandeep, your favorite subject and why so?
I'm Telugu, ma'am, because it's my mother tongue.
Okay, great. Good answer. What about Sudhamshu, your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is maths because it's important in our life,
Okay.
in our daily life.
Okay, so whatever we do, actually, all have the calculations, right? Okay. Shubhansh, what about you? Your favorite subject?
Ma'am, maths, ma'am, because I just like maths. I just like mathematical questions.
Okay, so because of the equations, you love it. Okay. Siddhi, Shri, and Riti, turn on your video. Okay. Riti, your favorite subject and why so?
First of all, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Riti.
Ma'am, my favorite subjects are maths and chemistry.
Okay, why so both?
Ma'am, chemistry is really interesting, and maths, I love algebra.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, Siddhi, I'm still waiting actually for your video to turn on. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is your favorite subject and why so? Yeah, Siddhi, your favorite subject and why so? And what is my favorite subject? Do you know that? I hope everybody will be knowing that, right? What is my favorite subject?
Biology.
Yes, so you all are correct. So it is like bio. And why is it so? It's like it involves human body. It involves so many animals, about them, about the life, about the environment, about the surroundings. So that is the reason I actually opted for the bio because I liked it. Okay, so we'll wait for 2 to 3 minutes more because still the children they are joining. And at the meantime, I'll explain a little about the Sunday's test, children. Like coming Sunday, you're going to have the subjective test. I hope you have got the syllabus also on the group. And in that, you have the bio. The topic is types of life processes. So only that particular topic will be there. What do you need to do? Saturday evening, 5 p.m. onwards, the test will be live. Okay. Under the option assessment, when you go to the WISE app, there will be option of assessment. There, you will be finding the test and you can do anytime like from Saturday 5 p.m. till Sunday 5 p.m. between these 24 hours, anytime you can do, and make sure that you do it in the separate copy. Write the date of the test, write the chapter name, write question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 questions will be there. Make the PDF and then upload on the WISE app itself. So under the assessment you will be getting the option to upload your answer sheet. Fine. So be well prepared for writing your test. So this will be your first subjective test for this part. Okay. Let me drop a message to them so that they can all join.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Abhigya. How are you?
Fine, ma'am.
Good. So children, turn on your video. Again, the videos are off. Shubhansh, Sudhamshu, turn on the video. Your video should not get off in between any time. Abhigya, Yunita, turn on your video. Shan, turn on your video. Fine. Okay. Yunija, your video is not on. Turn on the video. Okay. So we will be starting a chapter, but before starting the chapter, I just want to know today what you all have done from morning till now. Fine. So your activity, whatever you did today, from morning till now. Okay, we'll start from Abhinav.
Ma'am, in the morning, like I went to school. In school, in biology, I learned respiration in animals.
No, but before going to school, what you did? You woke up after that, what you did?
My normal routine, like brushing up and bathing.
Okay,
Bathing, that's
that's
it.
what I want to know. Dressing up, bathing, eating. So whatever you did for till now, for today, I just want to know about that. Okay.
Ma'am, then to be specific, I brushed my teeth,
Okay.
then bath myself,
Okay.
dress myself up, then had my breakfast,
Okay.
then had my lunch after coming home.
Okay.
Then at like 5, I worked out for a while. I
Okay.
did everything done.
Okay, fine. Understood. What about Shayan? What you did till now, from morning till now?
In the morning, I woke up, then I got fresh, then I ate my breakfast, then I went to school, then after coming, I took a bath, then ate my lunch, then I studied for some time, then I went to play.
Okay, so it's like more or less common between Shayan and Abhinav. Is there something special any one of you have done today apart from this eating lunch or maybe getting ready for the school? Anything else? Something else you did from morning till now? Nothing special?
I do
So how?
exercise.
Okay, very good. That's very good. Actually, he did exercise today, which is like a little out of the box. That's great. So, how you are able to do all those things like brushing up the teeth or eating? Then you have not mentioned a particular word that you have went to the restroom also, right? So, whatever you had yesterday, so that you have removed out of out of the body. So that also has to be mentioned. So, how you are able to do that? Eating, then throwing out of the body, then again eating lunch. How? With the help of which system are you doing that? Ashan, I think you need to unmute yourself to answer that.
Grand Canopy.
Which system? And which system is responsible for that? For eating, for digestion?
Digestive.
Digestive system, right? So digestive system our body is using for eating, for throwing out all those things, right? Apart from that, I think you all are breathing, including me. I am also breathing daily, right? Each and every second, each and every minute, we all are breathing. So that is also because of what? A type of system we have in our body. Correct? Right? So these are some of the different kind of the process which we are doing on a daily basis, but we are not aware of those things, how it is happening, when it is it happening or not, or it is working or not. So that is what we are going to learn in the chapter called as the life processes. Okay, so we'll be learning about how do we eat, then what do we do eat after that, what happens the next, how do the plants they prepare the food. After that we'll be learning about the respiration, how do we respire, then how does the components will be passing from one organ to the other organs of the body. So the whole chapter will be about the different kinds of the system, and the chapter name is life processes. So let us start the chapter now. So that is why I've asked you what it means, like what you did for the whole day, so that I also get the idea and you also get the idea how these things are correlated. So everything, whatever you are doing in a day, it includes what? It includes the processes. And that is what is called as the life processes. The chapter name is what? The life processes. Now, as a word is saying life processes, what do you mean by life? What is the meaning of life here? What is the
Anything
meaning of
which alive.
Very good. Very good. Anything which is alive is known as the life. Now, to be more, clear in that, how we can define anything is alive or not? How will we
Breathe.
knowing that?
It can
Breathe. Very
breathe,
good.
talk
Okay.
like us,
Okay.
and walk like us.
Right. So breathing will be there. It can talk also. Then it can walk also. Then apart from that,
Eat also.
eat also.
Grow.
Oh,
It
grow also.
grows.
Very good. Okay. So these are like whatever, the things we are doing as a human beings. Other animals somehow few they can do it. Right. So life is what? Life is what anything is like alive. But better to define it, I can say it's a period between birth to death, right? So anything, whatever is happening between the birth and the death. So the moment I have come on the earth and the moment I will be leaving. So in between this duration, what is happening in our body? That is what is the life called as, right? So alive is also correct, or the period between birth to death is also the life as. Now, why we are saying it is as a process is because it includes some or the other kinds of system. So what it includes? It includes some kind of functions or which are required for the processing. Like if you have a computer, what do you need? You need only the motherboard or something else you need for it. Only motherboard is enough? No, what do you need else?
Ma'am, keyboard and mouse.
Keyboard, mouse, right? Those things also are required for it. Same way, to have the life, what should be there? We should have some kind of the processes, and those processes are called as what? They are called as the life processes. Understood? So those processes which are helping our body to survive on the earth, they are called as what? They are called as the life processes. So the definition I'm writing, the same thing you need to, write it down. So the basic functions performed by living organism. The basic functions performed by the living organism to maintain life on earth, and these are called as the life processes. So whatever the function we are doing, we are respiring, we are removing the waste out, which is called as excretion, or maybe we are doing the digestion also. So whatever the basic functions we are performing to maintain the life on earth, that is called as the life processes. Am I clear to you? What do you mean by life processes?
Yes, ma'am.
Others?
Yeah, ma'am.
Sudhamshu, Zoha,
Yes.
Ayunija, Dhriti,
Yes.
Aryan, Vinandeep. So I hope you are clear. Now we'll go to the next one. There was a
Wait,
lady
ma'am, could you
actually.
just show the previous one I'm writing?
Okay, okay. So the basic functions performed by living organisms to maintain life on earth is called as the life processes. Now shall I move on, Aryan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we will be studying about a lady who is known as, what is the name of that lady?
Narg.
What is the name of the lady?
Narg.
No.
Mrs. Nug. Okay. Mrs. Nug, we are going to study all about in the whole chapter. I'll tell you what is Mrs. Nug. I hope few of you are aware what is the Mrs. Nug here, but for the others, I'll let you know. Here, Mrs. Nug is not actually the lady, it is a shortcut. Here, M stands for the movement, okay? M stands for the movement. R stands for what? The Respiration. S stands for, any idea what S will be standing for?
Secretions.
No. Any other word? Okay, I'll give you a hint also. Okay. If I throw something on you, what you will be doing? You will be defending yourself, right? You will be trying to escape. What it is called as?
Sensing.
Sensing. Some other word for sensing? Some other word for the sensing? Any other word for sensing? No? Okay. Touch me not plant is there, right? Touch me not plant, get close. Because of the
Sensitive.
no, a sensitive, some other word starting with the S only. What is other word? Yes, others also should answer. Zoha, do you have any idea? Sensitive, any other word? You can just give a try.
Senses.
Senses, no. Okay, the second letter is T. S T. Now fill it. Now try to fill it. The second letter is
Strength.
no. S T. Okay, I'll tell you the third letter also now. It is I. The third letter is I.
Stimulate.
S T I. Very good. Okay,
Stimulate.
stimulate is fine, but the proper word is stimulus. Okay, stimulus. So touch me not plant. The leaves get closes when we touch it. So how it get closes? It get closes because of the stimulus. Fine. So the S stands for the stimulus. Now, what N stands for? N stands for nutrition. Clear? N stands for nutrition. Now, E, what E stands for?
Excretion.
Very good. E stands for the excretion. Then this R stands for?
Respiration.
Respiration is already over. Any other process which is happening in our body? When a person get married, what happens after marriage? What process they will be doing?
Reproduction.
Very good. Very good. They will be doing the reproduction. So reproduction. R stands for here, reproduction. And the last G stands for?
Growth.
Very good. Growth. So this is all about like Mrs. Nudge. M stands for movement, R stands for the respiration, S stands for stimulus, N for nutrition, E for excretion, second R for the reproduction, and the last one G for the growth. So this is actually Mrs. Nudge is a word which I have created. So you should not learn as such. You should learn the name of the processes. So these are the different names of the life processes. Apart from these, we have few more also, which is the movement. Then we have the maintenance, and we have the circulation. So apart from these Mrs. Nerg processes, we have the other three also called as the movement, maintenance, and circulation. Clear? So these are what they are, the different types of the life processes.
Ma'am, movement over
Quickly.
नहीं होता.
Yes, movement is like repeated, correct. So movement don't include in
Ma'am,
this.
digestion भी तो हो सकता है.
Digestion comes under the nutrition, so we should not include in that.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. So digestion we should not include in this. Movement already we are done with, so we should not write movement. So maintenance and circulation. Apart from this, here the M can be the metabolism. Instead of movement, it should be metabolism. So movement, stimulus, excretion, nutrition, reproduction, growth, metabolism, maintenance, and the circulation. Fine. These are the what? They are the types of the life processes. Okay. Now, one by one, quickly tell me those names. We'll be starting from Zoha.
Ma'am, once
Zoha,
again,
tell me
could
any
you show
5
that
names of it.
Mrs. Nark?
Okay.
I
Okay,
just
okay, okay.
went.
I'll
I
just
just now
share this.
went for drinking coffee.
Oh, okay, okay. Just let me share the screen again. Okay. So what is then? You can tell me the 5 names of any life processes.
Ma'am, respiration, movement,
Hmm.
Thank you, ma'am.
nutrition,
Okay.
growth, and stimulus.
Hmm. Okay. Abhigya, what are the 2 R's here refer to?
Respiration, reproduction.
Okay. Ionija, what M stands for?
Movement.
Okay. Sudhamshu, what S stands for? Sudhamshu, what is the S stands for here?
Stimulus.
Okay, stimulus. Okay. Shayan, what G stands for?
It stands for growth.
Okay, G stands for the growth. Ganandi, what N stands for?
Nutrition.
Okay, fine. So I hope you all have written this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, one by one, we will be discussing about all these now, the names, whatever we have written there on the screen. So those names we'll be discussing. Starting, we'll be discussing only the words which are very, very small. And later on, as we are moving to the classes, we will be going to the higher levels of learning. I hope my screen is visible.
No, ma'am.
No?
No.
Let me share again.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The first one, what we are going to start is about the growth. Abhinav, can you tell me something about growth? Anything, whatever you know about growth, you tell me. What do you understand by the word growth?
It's like development for the body and
Very good
like
development of the
using
body. Okay.
like using energy,
Okay.
the proper
Using energy. Okay. So you mean to say that by using the nutrition processes, the development of the body will be done, right?
yes, ma'am. Like it can be in any form, like the height or
Okay. The
the
height, width.
performance.
Okay. Performance also. Okay. Fine. Okay. Somehow the answers is okay. Any other child would you like to answer? What do you mean by growth?
Increase in height.
Okay. Increase in height is a, growth. Okay.
I'm continuous development of body.
Very good. Continuous development of the body. But Aryan, what happens? Like our body is growing continuously. Maybe like if a person is there 50 years old, will he be able to grow now?
No, ma'am, till only 18 years.
Not 18 actually. Development will be done.
From particular puberty age.
Yes, yes. So growth is actually what? It is the increase in the number of cells. Increase in the number of cells. So how we are growing? We are growing because in our body, what is happening? The number of cells are increasing. So because now earlier I was only 1 year old, but later on then when I became 2 years old and 3 years old, but as soon as I was becoming, like coming to the higher years and all, I was increasing in my height, and the height increase was possible because of the increase in the number of cell. So basically the growth is a irreversible, it is a irreversible increase in the number of cell. What do you mean by irreversible?
We cannot come back to our original self or
Very
state.
good. Very, very good. So whatever the stage we are on, we cannot go back to it. Like if I am now 32, so from 32, I cannot go back to my 2 years old one, right? So I cannot be like that now. So irreversible is a process in which whatever the state the content is present, the material is present, it will be present in the same form or in the same way. We cannot change it. So growth is the irreversible increase in the number of cells that occur in young organism. So as like you all are what? You all are young, right? So you all are young organism. So in you, what is happening? Continuously growth is happening prior to reaching maturity. So until unless you are, I hope you are aware of the word adolescence, right? Or teenage. So what happened until unless you are under the teenage or you are in the adolescence category, what happens? Continuously in your body, the number of cells will be increasing. And the moment when you reach to the maturity, that is like around some 18 or 19 years, once you reach that age, now the growth of your body will not be happening in a high amount. It will reduce now. Clear? So it is the irreversible increase in number of cells that occur in young organisms prior to reaching maturity. So before reaching the maturity, the increase in number of cells will be there. But again, what happens? If you cut the nail, then what happened to them? If I cut the nails, what happened to them?
It will
They
grow
grow
again.
again.
It will grow again, right? If I cut my hairs, what happened in that case?
It will
They
grow again.
Again. So depending on the type of it, or depending on the organism, or depending on the part of the organism, they are being divided into. Fine. So overall growth, if I talk about, then it is in the increase in number of cells before reaching to the maturity.
So the rate of growth is reduced or it's completely stopped?
No, it is reduced. It is not completely stopped, because if I was 19 years old, after that 19 years old, I became 30 years old, right? So my height was increased, but not so much. A bit it
Ma'am,
was increased.
your screen share is not visible.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. It is not visible?
No, ma'am.
Let me share it again. Now,
Yeah, ma'am.
okay. Now, second point of this is plants have the ability to grow continuously. Now, you might have seen, like if we cut the plants also, like from any part of them, what happens? Again, they will grow. If I cut the stem will grow. If I cut the leaves from it, if I take out the leaves from it, they will grow. So they have the continuous growth in them. So plants have the ability to grow continuously. Whereas in our body, the growth is limited. So the organism will have the limited growth, whereas the plants, they have the capability to grow continuously. The third point of this is growth is possible when growth is possible if build up reaction So growth is possible when build-up reactions and the breakdown reaction goes on simultaneously. What do you mean by build-up and what do you mean by breakdown? Building up and breakdown. Something building up. What do you mean by that?
energy or cells building up.
No, in a general term, I'm asking. What do you mean by build up? B-U-I-L-D.
Build a house.
Build a house. What do you mean by build a house? The meaning of build.
To construct something.
Okay, to construct something. Okay, any other answer?
Creating
Or like
new
a
thing.
build-up also means like hyping up or accumulating and then disintegrating. Like
Very good. Okay, accumulation is basically the build up. Great. So, any other answer? Okay, so build up as like said accumulation. So when so many molecules they are joining together, we call it as the build up reaction. Now, for example, like photosynthesis process. In the photosynthesis process, what are the different materials they need? The plants they need.
Sunlight, water, carbon
Sunlight.
dioxide.
Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll. Okay. So now these are what? They are the small kind of the material. And all together, what do they do? They will be joining together. And at last, what do they form?
Glucose and water.
Glucose, right? They form the glucose. So ultimately, from these small molecules, what they did, they made a big molecule which is called as a glucose. So this is what the build-up reaction is. So when small molecules they join together and they form a bigger molecule. That is what the build-up reactions are. Fine. Whereas breakdown reaction, they are those reaction in which what happened? The bigger molecule will breaking down into the smaller molecules. Clear? In our body, can you give me any example where the breakdown reaction happens? Zoha? Any reaction, any kind of process or any kind of system where the bigger molecules will break down into smaller molecules? Yes, Abhigya, Ionija, Abhinav, any kind of
Digestion.
Breakdown like
Digestion.
digestion. Correct. Digestion. So in the digestion, respiration, what is happening in the respiration?
exchange of gases.
Exchange of gases. So neither the molecules are coming, not so going. So it is like a balance of both the things. So that is why we cannot include the respiration in that. So basically, the nutrition is a process where what is happening? The molecules, whatever we are taking into our body, they will be breaking down into the smaller particles. Now, I have taken something into my mouth. What I will be doing with the help of my teeth, with the help of my tongue, the system will be working, my mouth part will be working, and they will be breaking down. It goes then into the esophagus. Then from the esophagus, it goes to the stomach, right? Where it will become a liquid. So that is where the bigger molecules have been broken down into the very small molecule. And this is what the breakdown reaction is. Fine. Build up reaction and breakdown reaction. Now, any example, if you know like what is happening for the build up reaction in our body? Something is happening in our body which is build up reaction.
Fat accumulation.
Fat accumulation. Okay, very good. Any other thing? Gnandeep, Aryan, Shayan, Zoha, Shubhansh, any other build-up reaction which is happening? No idea? Any other reaction? Which is basically a build-up reaction which is happening in our body. So I'll give you a hint, okay? I'll give you a hint. In your class 7th, you have learned about it. When all the molecules are like being converted into the liquid, what happens? Again, useful nutrients have to come back, right? Into the body for getting the repairment or maybe for any other energy purpose. What that name process called as?
Anabolism.
No. The process in which whatever the nutrients are absorbed in the villi, they will be sending back to the body or different organs by a process called as. There are 5 steps, right? First step is ingestion, second is digestion, third is absorption. What is the fourth step there in the process of nutrition in humans?
Transportation.
Now, transportation, no. Fourth step, ingestion, digestion, absorption.
Like, does it get circulated to blood?
Ma'am,
Very good. Assimilation. Have you learned about that in the grade 7, I guess? Assimilation? right? So whatever the nutrients are being, used or being absorbed in the small intestine, what they will be doing? They will be now sending it to the different organs or different parts so that the body can make use of it. And this process is called as assimilation. So what is happening in this assimilation process? Those smaller molecules from the villi, they will be going where? To the different organs, different areas. They will join together and they will move to the different areas. So here the build-up reaction is happening. The smaller molecules are joining and then they are reaching to the different parts of the body. Clear the difference between the build-up reaction, the breakdown reaction, and the build-up? What happens? The smaller molecules will be joining together to form the bigger molecule, whereas in the breakdown, the smaller molecules, the bigger molecule will be breaking down into the smaller particles. So that is what the breakdown and the build-up reaction is. Now the next thing, a difference between are the movement and locomotion same? Coming to the second one, movement and locomotion, are they same or are they different? Movement and locomotion, are they same or are they different?
Locomotion, it is you are moving from one place to another, and movement, you are just moving your organs,
moving the organs,
like moving the instrument. How should I say?
not moving the instrument. It's okay, you are correct, Aryan. So movement is basically, like, for example, I'm sitting here, okay? I'm sitting here, what I'm doing, I'm just moving my hands in some way, right? I'm just holding pen, maybe I'm writing with the pen app, maybe, right? I'm just doing lying down like this. So that is what is movement. I am sitting at a place and I'm just shaking my hands or moving my hands or moving my head maybe somewhere. So that is what the movement. So when you are seated at a place and you are just moving the any part of the body, that is what the movement is. Whereas if I talk about locomotion, so Abhinav, can you stand? See, now from where he was actually and where he went, he was sitting little close to the system, but he just went back. So that is what is actually the locomotion. So he has to take his whole body from one place to reach the second place there. Second place there. So that is what the locomotion is. So from one part, from the one area to the next area, whole body you have to take it. So that is what the locomotion is. Clear? Abhinav, you can come close now. Clear, Shayan? Zoha, Abhigya, Ayonija, Dhriti, then Ganandeep. Am I clear? Siddhi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sudhamshu?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now tomorrow when you go to the school, from your home to the school, is it movement or locomotion?
Locomotion.
Locomotion, right? And in the school, when you are sitting in the class, sitting there and chatting with the friends, is it locomotion or it is movement?
Movement.
Movement, right? It is movement because you're sitting and just, moving your lips and just blabbering something, talking with them. So that is what the movement is. So movement is basically when you are seated and you are not moving your whole body, just you are moving any part of the body. Whereas in the locomotion, the complete body you are carrying from one place to the other place. That is what the locomotion is. Fine. Just send the thumbs up, children, if you are clear with all those things. Okay, I can see Abhigya, Shayan, Zoha, Ganandeep, Aryan, Shubhan, Shayoniza. Okay, Dhriti. Okay, almost all have understood. Siddhi, okay, fine. Now, coming to the next one is maintenance. I think you all might be staying in some societies, or might be you have your individual home also. So have you ever heard any word like maintenance from your parent?
Yeah, ma'am.
What kind of maintenance they will be talking about?
Ma'am, they will like take care of
Looking
us.
after the house or the property.
Okay, taking care of the house property.
Any
Okay.
servicing things in apartment or lift.
Okay, great. Correct.
Both the
So,
money and
correct. So apartments or the lift, wherever, whichever society you are living, what they will be doing, they will be, charging some of the maintenance amount, and they will be taking care of those public thing, right? Basically, so many people will be living in the society. So common money they will be collecting, and then that those society owner will be taking care of those, common parts and all. Same way in our body also, what happens? We need a maintenance, right? Maintenance of what?
Our body.
Maintenance of
Our
our
organs.
body
body,
and like our system.
Organs.
organs, okay,
Organs.
or maintenance of eating only, eating and sleeping.
Or not exactly. Man, like that counts too.
Not exactly, right? So maintenance in our body is basically when build up reaction and the breakdown reaction both occurs in our body simultaneously. Fine. When both the type of reaction, which is build up reaction and the breakdown reaction, occurs simultaneously, that time we can say that our body is being maintained. Fine. Now, if in our body only the nutrition is happening or only the digestion is happening, in that case, what happened? We are eating, we are breaking down, only the breakdown reactions is happening. But we are not using that nutrients for the different parts of the body. So is it okay? Is our body is maintained?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, right? No. That is why maintenance means when this build-up reaction, which is like maybe the assimilation, and this breakdown reaction, which is what? The digestion, when both occur simultaneously, when both occur together, that is what we call as a maintenance. So whatever the reactions are happening in our body, they should be in a balanced way. If we have four number of build-up reaction, then four numbers of breakdown reaction should be there. Then only we can say that our body is maintained. Otherwise, we will have the problem, like problem in the stomach, acidity problem, or maybe some other problem, maybe liver problem. So these kind of problems, when they arise when our body is not functioning in a proper way. Clear? So that is what the maintenance is. Am I clear, children?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
with. Okay. So that's about like today's thing. Today we have discussed what you mean by life process. Basically, the basic function which will be performed by the living organism to survive on the earth. Different types of life processes we have discussed. We have started with the types of it, which is the growth, movement, metabolism, maintenance, stimulus, excretion, respiration, reproduction. So these are some of the life processes. Defining the growth, it is a reversible process where what happened? The cells increase in the number of cells will be there before reaching to the maturity. Then the plants, they have the ability to grow continuously, whereas the animal have limited kind of growth. And then movement is basically the body parts, they wave. And then locomotion from one part of the area, or the you are taking away your whole body to the other part. And the maintenance, when both the reaction build up and the breakdown reaction work on simultaneously. Fine, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll just wait for the thumbs up fast. Hurry up. Understood? Abhinav, I can see Zoha, Abhigya, Aryan, okay. Aryan, okay. Shubhansh, Ayonija, Dhriti. Fine. So if in case you have any doubt, children, you can just ask me your doubts.
No doubts.
No doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So in the next class now, when we are going to meet on Thursday, we will be discussing the remaining types of the life process. And today, whatever we discussed, it was a very, very less of it. It was like a small definition we have discussed. But in the upcoming classes, the one life processes will be discussed, for so many days, maybe some around some 7 days or 8 days, 9 days. Clear? So this was just starting of the topic, but as slowly and gradually, when we are moving to the next topics, it will become, a little detailed form of it. So that's why make sure when you come to the next class, you have to revise the whole thing and then sit in the next class. All right, children?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm still waiting for the other okays.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
Bye, ma'am.
okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you. We'll meet you children on the next day. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.